Mancini per Nedved, Nedved, gol! Pirlo, la conclusione in rete! Andrea Pirlo, un gol pazzesco! Del Piero, gol! Alex, Del Piero! Palla di Pogacar, Pogba, rete! Un gol incredibile! Pogba fa esplodere lo Juventus Stadium! Here we go.
What a game, boys. What a game, y'all. Let's take a deep breath and show them what we got. Boys, my name is Farhad. I'm the host that loves you most. I am joined by Zach. It's a different Zach. Zach, the other Zach is at the stadium right now enjoying himself. Oh, well, maybe he's out the stadium by now, but we'll get to that later. Also, Rob, what's up, boys?
Hey, everybody.
What's up, Farhad?
Oh, I'm great. Obviously, the game just ended. Welcome, everybody, to the live stream. Ways to listen to us at Spotify with video, Apple Podcasts, and support us on YouTube, which we're trying to make a big push for 1,000 followers. Or subscribers on YouTube, I guess, by the end of the season. So let's do it. The game just ended. Juventus-Napoli 3-0. Honestly, did somebody expect a score like this?
My son called it before kickoff. I'll give him that credit.
Say it again.
My son called it before kickoff. I thought he was crazy.
Wow, nice. Yeah, he's a good boy. He's a good Juve boy, isn't he? All right, we'll try to get to your comments. We'll try to get to the boys at the stadium. I don't know how well that's gonna work. Zach, it's your first time in a long time. Zaki Stugats, how are you? What was your reaction to the game? Surprised?
Man. Oh, well, overjoyed, really. I mean, obviously we'll go into it, but just we looked like we were there to play, and it showed on the field, and it felt good to watch, which was nice.
Yeah.
I was not expecting 3-0.
For sure.
I can't lie. I was not expecting 3-0, but boy, do I love it.
I love it also, man. Jack, do you want to hit us with the starting lineup reaction and tell us what you think while I set a couple of things up here? Beginning of the podcast is always chaotic, so especially going live after 5 minutes from the end. Let us know your thoughts on first half.
So real quickly.
Sorry, your thoughts on starting 11.
Yeah. So starting lineup for those that didn't get to watch but are joining us here, fantastic. Thank you. Digra in goal. Kalulu, Bremer, Kelly in the back three. McKennie, Locatelli, Turam, Cambiaso across the middle with Conceição and Yildiz in behind David. At least that's what's posted. I think at times it looked more like four in the back. My main takeaway, I think, from the starting 11 would definitely have to be that we maintain some consistency. The keeping Yildiz in behind Jonathan David, I think their partnership is growing. I like the partnership with Kelly, right, and Turam. I'm sure we'll talk more about the two of them later on the pod. And I didn't mind the Fermiretti change, right? The one change from the last starting 11 to this. I think it gave us a little bit of a different look. It gave us a little bit more aggression. We had a little bit more ball winning ability. And then we did also see McKennie sliding in back right when Kalulu was pressing forward, in possession. So I think there were a lot of positive changes. It's nice that we can have more than one player show success in that position. It's going to give us some more options going forward. And I think it's going to, open us up for some other options on the transfer market. Right? We might see some outgoing, some incoming, but now we know that players can play in multiple positions and show success in multiple positions, and that's only an advantage for us.
Well said, sir. Boys, any other thoughts on the starting 11 before we move on to the actual game? I made a couple of notes here also. Rav, how you doing, buddy? Haven't heard from you yet.
I'm good. I'm still kind of buzzing off that win. I'm still kind of a little bit high. I gotta agree with everything Jack said. I think just we have our starting 11 now. We have the best 11 that we
You
can
think
play
this was
with.
the best? Because I heard people
100%.
say I read some comments that this is our strongest starting 11.
Week in, week out, this is going to be the 11. These are the players that Spalletti has trusted, and you can see every single week that that trust and the confidence is paying off in the performances. There would have been a time when they would have looked more nervy against a team like Napoli, especially playing at home, but there were no nerves. They were just brimming with confidence, and you could see that on the pitch. It was just foot perfect, impeccable performance. Yeah.
Couple of comments here from our dedicated subscribers. Alliance, forgive me, I don't have my glasses, so I'm going to squint a lot. But Alliance is saying could have been 5-0, which I kind of agree. Hit the post there. It was a post, right? Thuram's shot could have been a beautiful goal. Winning 2 big games after that loss is amazing. I agree. You know, that's what you get with a good coach, I guess. A couple of good reactionary wins. Very important, both in the Champions League, making the playoffs, and against Napoli. It's a statement win. 3-0, I just told my boy also, 3-0 is my favorite score. One of the games that we won 3-0 was a long time ago. You kids won't remember, but sit on Uncle Farhad's lap here. I'll tell you how we beat Chelsea with Mr. Conte on the bench, actually, and that's what prompted Di Matteo to resign. I always hold that game really close to my heart. Love me a good 3-0. It's been a while since we had a statement win like this against a strong team. There was a couple of good wins there, but I feel like this was very important. The stadium was rocking. Of course, I'm happy for the boys that Kevin and Zach and Frederick, they're all at the stadium. We will do our best to pipe them in to the broadcast, but I don't know how that will work. We will do our best, but I'm glad they got to see the game together, and good performance from Locatelli, right? Frederic, am I wrong? Let's talk about Locatelli. Pre-game, one of you guys was talking about how he made a difference. I want to dedicate a couple of minutes to Locatelli. Who wants to go?
So I was going to say real quick.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to hold my hands up. Of Locatelli, I've always kind of been a little bit sort of. I don't see the magic on the pitch. You know, like it's hard not to compare him to those great midfielders that we've had in the past, and I'm always one of his harshest critics. And the last, I'd say 3-4 games, at least tonight, especially, I would say he was the man of the match tonight. He was just everywhere. You could see, I don't know if there's any pictures on the internet yet, but you could see like his shorts and his t-shirt were just covered in mud. He had black stains, black marks. He was everywhere. He was putting himself into everything. He was playing all these brilliant passes. Yeah, so much credit. Captain's performance. Perfect.
Well, pop quiz, sofascore.com. Guess who got the man of the match? Or
I have a very big testicles.
big testicles of the game is Big Loca 8.1. Everybody, well, thank you, by the way, Rob. Since we are on the topic of ratings, let's go through them, see if we agree or not. I mean, mostly everybody was pretty good. Locatelli with 8.1, breaking that 8.0 barrier, which is good to see. Good for him. Thuram 7.8, Bremer 6.6. I don't understand that. I thought he was solid. Kelly 7.2, Kalulu with a 7.8, strong performance. 6.9 for Di Gregorio, Yildiz 7.7, Conceição 6.5, and David 7.3. Let's talk about David and get to his goal. Zachy, you ready to take on that beast?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. What did you think of his performance overall? I mean, I know the goal was super important, but in a couple of words, what did you think about Big JD?
Strong performance for sure. I don't know. I think 7.3 is really not doing him enough justice. I mean, I think he holds the ball up really well. There were times he's getting hounded by the midfield or the defenseman of Napoli, and he He's holding the ball well. His first touch looks good. And honestly, I mean, that goal that he scores, he makes look really easy. Obviously, Locatelli does really well to put it on a platter for him, but he's getting hounded by Spinazzola, but he does really well to hold his balance and take that goal on his stride with his left foot and just slide it right past the goalkeeper. It's an excellent goal, and it's
Great goal.
yeah, I was very happy with his performance overall. I mean, besides the one, I mean, there's that one ball that Yildiz puts through the middle. He's wide open. All he's got to do is stick his foot out, but he made up for it with the goal afterward. But I have no complaints with what he put out there today. You think he did great,
Boys.
Yeah, I got to agree, Zach. That was a fantastic performance. 7.3 is a little harsh, especially considering.
Really?
Yeah, I think he was at least a 7.5. I mean, it's not even just the ball play, right? It's there were at least 2 times in the first half that I can recall off the top of my head, and at least once in the second half before he came off, where he's holding the ball up and collects a foul and slows everything down, right? That's understanding moments of the game. That's one of my complaints about Chico, right? And David is doing the work there, understanding that it's time to slow the ball down, particularly in the second half when Napoli were trying to push forward. I did think we spent about 15 or 20 minutes sitting back too far, and at least once he collected the ball, took that foul through the back, and just kind of slowed everybody down. And I think that's really important for a striker to be able to do, recognizing maybe I can't turn here because there's 2 guys on my back. What's the next best option? He had no one to drop the ball back to, and the foul that slowed the game down. So I think those are credits to his understanding of where we are in moments in the game.
Off topic. Why doesn't Juve make long sleeve jerseys? I don't understand. Am I wrong? I mean, they would look
a long sleeve jersey.
I will take a continuation of the jersey over the white shirt that they have to wear under, or whatever the color is. Just very weird. But anyway,
I
that's
think a
just
long
my.
sleeve is class.
Farhad, we never signed David Beckham, right?
What
Always
was
wore
it?
long sleeves, right? Any team he ever played for, they always have a long sleeve option now.
He always wore long sleeves. Yeah.
He was always. I don't think he ever wore.
Pirlo played in long sleeves, didn't he?
I think we used to make long
did,
sleeve jerseys.
yeah.
I don't know what they have against them now. But anyway, that's where we're going on a tangent. Yes.
Yeah. Quick tangent. I from our buddy Wes Pagano, I actually bought a jersey from him a little while ago, and it's the 06-07 one from when we went to Serie B, and I just had to have it because it has the Serie A badging and stuff. But it's in a long sleeve, and I love that kit. I'm like,
Yeah,
why
man.
don't we? I will buy. You will have me buying several kits if you make them long sleeves. So I
Yeah.
can't wear anything else. I mean, I got this. So
Yeah, the comments here saying that we used to have long sleeves. Don't know what happened to them. But anyway, let's get back to the game. Let's get back to
Just to go back on one of the ratings, Farhad,
yes, sir.
I just wanted to talk for a moment about Bremer. Bremer, I don't know that the 6.6 was all that harsh. I mean, he did his job today. There was one glaring moment for me that I don't know. It just I keep replaying it. Right in the first half, it was a long ball played to Højlund, and Bremer had like 10 paces on him, right? And it seems like he's moving, and Højlund's not that fast, but he's gaining ground on him with every stride. I just feel like he's really lost a step. That used to not be a problem for him, and that was really concerning. That I don't know why that one play keeps replaying in my mind. It just looked like he was struggling, not physically struggling, but just like he doesn't have that pace. And not that he was ever the quickest, but that would not have been a problem play for him, where it looked like he had to catch up a bit. I don't know, guys. Did you either of you, Rob, Zach? You see
Well, Aziro
I
is
agree.
agreeing with you. Bremer is still not the same Bremer, I'm afraid. I mean, he just came back. In the long run, in the big picture, he just came back. So
Yeah, fair.
he did get the ball, right?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it, Jack! What does the man have to do?
No. I don't.
He wasn't fast enough for me. But I'm just playing with you.
Struggle that I've never noticed before. And fair, yes, he just came back. But just for a second, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, people are certainly agreeing with you.
yeah, no, there was also one moment in the first half where he gets turned by Højlund. And not that I was too concerned, but I was like, that could be a problem if that becomes a continuous thing. Where Hoyland just has enough of a step and just has enough awareness to get around him, and it could create a problem. Now, nothing came of that situation, but thankfully, Bremer really didn't ever give him the opportunity to do that again. So Bremer picked up quick, but it's noticeable that he is missing probably half a step for sure.
Man, but we got to talk about the unpleasant topic. Cambiaso. People want to know. Well, someone here says that, this bashing of Cambiaso is getting old, but I don't think it's old enough. Who wants to take on that beast? Are we bashing on him by now, or is he?
He doesn't look the same player.
Yeah, take it away, Rob.
He looks. I'm not going to say too much. I'm not going to be too harsh on him, but he just doesn't look the same player. That player from last season who had all that promise, and Manchester City were after him, and he was so dynamic. And every week we were like, oh, at least we have Cambiaso in the team, and he's the one highlight. He now seems to be the one player that is lacking confidence, is off the pace, makes mistakes, doesn't seem like on the same page as his teammates. And he's the one kind of liability going from last season when he was the one sort of strength. So I'm not going to bash him. I think he's just a project. He's another player that Spalletti is just going to talk about and say, look, he needs to do this. And he'll keep saying it week in, week out. And Cambiaso either sinks or swims. I think he'll improve over time, but he needs something from Spalletti just to kind of go, look, you're still the same player. You're just as good. Just get on the same page, for goodness sake.
Maybe it is a mental thing. I mean, we know he's a great player. Like, you don't just lose it overnight. Maybe all that pressure, I don't know, but if I'm not mistaken, didn't his mistake, not to sound redundant, but didn't it lead to Yildiz yellow?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, see, can't have that.
So as the resident Englishman, just so it doesn't get overlooked, I need to just say a few words about Lord Kelly, because
Lord Kelly, let's go. We love Lord Kelly around here.
I love good defenders. I love good, confident defenders over any other player on the pitch. And when you see a player like that, just kind of, you see him run, he's, intercepting, he's making clearances, he's just getting physical into the Napoli attacking lineup. He's pushing them around, shoving them. Balls are coming in, and you just have that confidence. You know that he's going to get there before Hoyland. You know that he's going to clear the ball. You know he's going to make the interception. He is brimming with confidence, and he's probably going to be one of those quiet players who doesn't get the love week in, week out. So I just needed to take a few minutes to show him some love, because I think he was fantastic. He was so good.
Plus.
He has a very big testicles.
Exactly.
Rob, I would only say that your love of great defenders must be because you're a fan of an Italian team and not because you're English, because that's what we're
it's a good point. Yeah.
And the second thing, though, that in the first half, Lloyd Kelly did make my heart skip a beat because he tried to pull his best Cambiaso by dribbling three guys on the left sideline and lost the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't disagree with you. He doesn't get enough love. Good for him. Good game today too.
I remember one of his clearances was there was a player wide open in the box, and he just caught up to him, headed the ball away. Having confidence in your defender, there's no feeling like that, and we've been missing that. And somebody mentioned when Gazzi came in. Let me find this. I should have been ready, but anyway, Gazzi. Lapse of judgment is a thing with him, and we just don't feel super comfortable when Gazzi's on the field. But Lloyd Kelly getting a mention from Alessandro Belpiero. Well. We're gonna put in our boys in here straight from Turin. Look who's here.
Who's there?
Let's test this.
Hey,
What's up, boys?
Do you hear us?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear.
Oh, well, Zach, Rav, Jack, Farhad, and everyone watching. It's a good day, isn't it? It's a good day.
Let's go, boys. How about that for a first game, huh?
Oh, fantastic.
Is that a little?
Gotta watch my language.
Zach?
All right, what you got for us?
Tell us about your day. Tell us about the game day and who you saw, what's going on. Tell us everything.
I mean, we've been at the stadium for what, 8 hours? We did the stadium tour, we did the museum tour. It was awesome. We
Sweet.
hung out with Juventini from across the world. Saw people, fans of our show, fans of Bepe's show. Said hi. It's been fantastic. The atmosphere at the stadium and around it were electric. Just electric. It was crazy. There was a buzz around the whole place. It was on fire, ready for this game, and the boys repaid us in kind with their performance.
Oh hell yeah, they did. They did not disappoint. Frey, what's up, buddy?
Hey, man.
Did you give Di Gregorio a big old hug? Oh, having a hard time hearing you, buddy. Can you repeat that?
Yeah,
Both, I got to tell you, he won't say this, but Frederick got in a fight with the head of the Ultras there, but they ended up kissing at the end, so it was all
Did
good.
you really?
Oh yeah. We were
Oh my
right there.
goodness.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, at the end, they kissed, made up. They were best friends. You
Who?
got a date tomorrow, don't you? Yeah.
Well, people in the comments are asking you to stay for another month until we reach the #1 spot because you guys brought a lot of luck.
He did.
Zach, we can't hear
He
him.
did.
We can't
He
hear
said,
Fred.
No, see, the mic's on me, so that means I get to take over. Frederick predicted 3-0. He predicted 3-0. If you guys tune
Oh,
into
nice.
our Instagram content on the Scoop Juve, Kevin Turin Giants and Turin Giants as well, Frederick predicted it, and he's good luck. He's good luck. So we were good to have him today, and it was just the stadium was crazy, guys. I don't know if it came through on your feeds, but the stadium, it's just like it was just packed. They were singing all across the stadium. They were poking fun at Conti. They were poking fun at all of their players. They were poking fun at the Napoli fans, and it just, with the performance like today, there's nothing to be concerned about. We're just all on cloud 9 over here.
Zach, people want to know Colo 99 wants to know, what did Fred think of Locatelli?
Fred told me, look, I'm so I've got the mic, so he can't say anything. He told me that Locatelli was outshined by Thuram today. Thuram, who was absolutely magical. No, not a bad game from our captain, but I don't want to focus on a guy like Locatelli, who did his job today. Guys like Thuram, guys like Lloyd Kelly, were just so impressive, alive, communicating, coordinating, and then dominating. And just was it really impressive to see live how strong their presence was on the pitch.
Yeah, they dominated for sure. How were your seats?
We were smack dab in the middle on the second deck in the middle of the curva.
Oh, sweet. Did the flags get in front of you?
No, so this is sort of a hack for anybody going to sit in the curva. Stand right next to a guy holding a flag.
Oh, nice.
The flag's above your head. It's not going to get in your way.
Gotcha. Oh, nice.
Easy.
Be honest. Did you hug after a goal at one point?
So I'll say this. There's certain times and places where there's the perfect storm of perfect emotions. I'm thinking for those people who live in the States, New Orleans on Mardi Gras. It is the perfect storm and perfect party. The goals today was the perfect storm and perfect party in the curve. Everyone was going nuts. Drinks and people were flying everywhere. And it was amazing. It was honestly, it just, there was a buzz around the stadium today. And it only increased to a fever pitch throughout the game with our performance, with the goals, and with the result.
Can I ask a quick question? Just real quick. Watching it on the TV, it looked like we were super dominant. Did it look like? I know it's a stupid question, but did you guys feel that we were just that dominant? Did you guys feel confident in the performance, like we were going to get the result?
Di Gregorio took a nap for about 70 minutes. It was clear that the boys came in with the right mentality, with the right direction. Spalletti got his subs spot on to continue the dominance of the game, to tweak the match. At times tweaking the positioning of players already on the pitch, bringing in subs, changing people from left side to right side to middle, ending with a 5-4-0 formation. I mean, he was out-coached Conti. The players outplayed Napoli. It just was it was almost baffling to think that this team somehow managed to spoil the game against Cagliari with how dominant they were today. We looked unbeatable.
Awesome. Where's Kevin?
Kevin is right in front of me.
Oh, I see. Well, tell him we said hi. Sounds like there was buzz not only around the stadium, if you know what I mean.
No comment.
It's all good, man. You're on vacation. I love it, man. If you if you guys want, we'll go back to discussing. There you go. There's my boy.
Cheers, Trey.
Love it. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the game, man.
Yeah, fantastic. All right. Well, thanks for tuning us in. Y'all have a great show. It's good to see the other Zach and Rob on the show. Y'all take it easy, everybody.
Yes,
and,
sir.
We love you. We appreciate you.
Where are you guys? Where are you guys going now?
We'll find a place.
All right, that's cool. All right, love it.
Ciao,
Love it,
boys.
boy.
I'm with you there in
thank you.
spirit for sure.
Ciao, guys.
Enjoy
All right,
yourself.
see ya. Bye.
Have a great
See you,
time.
boys.
My level of envy is so high right now.
Yeah, FOMO is real. FOMO is real for sure.
I wish I was
So
there.
jealous.
Stoked they got
awesome.
to see that though.
Yeah, man, that's not a bad first game. I love it. All right, boys.
Not a bad any game, honestly. You get to see something like that. I've been to a ton of games, but an experience like that live, a 3-0 win, convincing with the fans into it, players seem hyped, didn't give up. I think just the whole, like Zach, I think used the term perfect storm, right?
Yeah, and what I love is I made a couple of notes here that pressing. I love teams that press, and that's just 2026 football for you. Like, you need to do that. The Juventus that we saw too many times was anemic, was toothless, boring, backpass FC. But finally,
Farhad, that's a change. I think a noticeable change to our sport as a result of COVID. Right, switching to 5 subs.
Yeah.
Allow coaches to think about the way they use their subs differently and when they use their subs. And
well
the
said,
fact
Jack.
that you can change half your top line and a defender and continue to press the way you want to press in the first 15, 20 minutes. Whereas I remember you saw pressing for either the first 15, 20 minutes of a game, or teams would press the last 15 minutes before the end of the first half to try to gain an advantage going into halftime. Now you see a lot more of that. And I think that's, where COVID had a real impact on our game for sure.
You're right.
Yeah,
Sorry, boys. I'm
pressing,
I'm just trying to find some words from Spalletti. I like to read the commentary after. What do you want to say, Rob? I'm sorry.
No, just real quick, something that Jack was saying earlier about the way that Jonathan David plays and like how important that is. If you look at the stats, I haven't checked them at full time, but I think he did the most running in the whole game. And that is so crucial to the way Spalletti wants to play. Even if the other players aren't pressing, he just keeps running. He keeps that press just constant. And there are times, obviously, when we drop off, but it sort of starts with him first and foremost. So even if he doesn't get the goals, like he didn't get a goal against Benfica, but he played a part in both of the goals just through the way that he's playing and the contribution that he makes. So it's taken time, but it's getting there week by week. You see the difference in the way that we're playing, and pressing is like right up there at the top. So important.
Love it. We also, speaking of Jack, speaking of substitutions, how about Kostic? What a shot!
Listen,
Lovely goal. Lovely.
put my hand up. I put it in the chat. I didn't understand the substitution. I didn't understand playing him on the opposite side. And I said, I hope I'm wrong. I love being wrong. And I was proven wrong. Clearly, he had one horrible play where the ball came over the top, and all he had to do was settle it by the corner flag. I mean, I think it was already 3-0 at that point. It might have been 2-0, just to like slow the game down a bit. And he just played it over the end line and head in hand a bit. But playing him on that side gave us a little more defensive solidity. I thought we saw, Yildiz push more into the middle and saw Kelly like slide up a bit more. It gave us a little bit of a different look up top. And I think that ended up being what opened the space for Kostic, to come in and take that left-footed shot. So I admittedly did not like the subs. I said it when they happened, but I'll admit it when I'm wrong. I guess, Spalletti knew what he was doing today. I'll give that man some credit for sure.
Well, Mitch is saying, Jack, I thought the same. Like, what WTF is Spalletti doing?
Yeah, I thought the same exact thing. My initial thought was like, it wasn't necessarily a WTF, but it was definitely like that's an interesting move. Why?
That's a choice.
And then, yeah, and then it was, I mean, a great ball played in by Thuram, you know, just gives the opportunity to make something happen. And Kostic takes it, you know, really well. He makes it, you know, is able to take the opportunity when it comes off a Buongiorno in a weird way, and he just slots it home. It was beautiful. And made me a little bit of money. You know what I mean?
But by the way, Buongiorno, what a last name, huh? That's up there with lasagna.
Oh, nothing but lasagna.
My favorite last names. All right, let's see what the comments are saying here. Pipo, is it gay if I'm in love with Spalletti? No, not at all. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, he's a beautiful, beautiful man, and he has that aura around him. And I personally love having him as our coach. I don't know. Since first interview, I admit I was gay for Spalletti. So yes, let's join the Spalletti train. Spalletti read the game and understood something we all didn't understand. Yeah, Spalletti beating Conte. Let's not gloss over that storyline. Conte coming back, and he was actually at the end of the game. You know, the hugs were real. The pats on the back. Everything was perfect. I love it. It was good to see a team that's a little more united than even 3-4 months ago. I mean, compare the team in September, October, you know, comparing to this. It's a beautiful thing to see, pressing all over the pitch and pouncing on mistakes. That Yildiz goal, let's talk about that. Bad mistake. I forget the player's name, but I should.
Jesus, yeah.
Juan Jesus, yeah. That's right. And he almost caught up to Yildiz, didn't he? If you watch that replay, if Yildiz waited 0.3 more seconds, it was a save. But Yildiz does not disappoint. I haven't seen the pictures yet, and that's the downside of recording right away. We don't really see the media that comes after the game, but the celebrations continue. The little espresso cup celebration. We've got, you know, last game there was a couple of iconic sellies that went viral.
Yeah, Farha, just to bounce off of that real quick, right now,
yes,
the cover page of Tutto Sport says "Tre caffè, grazie," which means 3 coffees, and it's the picture of the 5 of them.
I love
that. Espresso. So,
all right, if one of you boys can find Spalletti's comments, read them out loud. Let us know. Somebody mentioned my studio. Thank you very much. I will be moving soon, so it's going to be even better. But yeah, signed Del Piero shirt. It's not a bad flex. Comments on Conte. Conte is just a league coach. He breaks in Europe. Yeah, I mean, talk about a bad spell of games for Napoli. They second game in a row they lost. They lost to Copenhagen, right? In the Champions League, we did the opposite. Yeah. We have 2 wins, Champions League and Serie A, very important. Let's take a look at. I can't find it. We got to see Coop Miners too. Nothing too impressive. Jonathan David.
I think you got to say also. I know people were going to sort of talk about all the injuries that Napoli had, but they still had a pretty decent starting 11 out there, and they had certain players that were the first choice players in those positions. And the thing that often happens in the Italian media is, especially with Juve, sometimes is they'll start, you know, like making excuses and blah 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 and all that kind of stuff, but it just wasn't a contest. Like the more you look back on it, the more you just think, God, in every area of the pitch we were dominant. And it's been a while since I watched the Juve game and just thought, these guys aren't going to score. It's Napoli, you know, they're ahead of us in the table, but they're just not going to score against us. We have dominated this from beginning to end. Just such a good game.
You're absolutely right, Rob. There wasn't one moment where I genuinely felt like a goal might be coming from Napoli. I really felt comfortable with how the team was playing, and you know, so, they may have been a little bit thinner. Obviously, they were pretty thin for sure on their bench, but I mean, they still put out a pretty strong side, all things considered. And the goal is to beat the team that's in front of you, and that's exactly what we did. And we gave them no chance of winning, and that's what I got really spoiled with Juventus for a long time. And so to see that again, especially against a team of quality, led by a manager who is of quality, it feels good. And it's like it again, thinking back to what we were just talking about with, how we were thinking about in October. I mean, I was not feeling anything like this at all. Even when we were winning, if we did win, it was like, yeah, we did it. Somehow we got there. It was ugly, but we got there. And this was just the complete other way.
I try to I try to never give up hope on this team. I'm the eternal optimist when it comes to Juve. I don't know why. I even argue with my own kids sometimes. They seem to not understand my eternal optimism for this team.
Do not lose that optimism.
No,
we need that.
No way. Well, one thing I do think is important to point out, and I think it's a change, even in the Cagliari game, you saw a little bit of it. But then for sure, Benfica, and again today, that this team is shedding its timidity a bit, right? In going in 1v1s, and the way they try to create chances. And I think it struck me today, maybe when they were taking the corner, just in the way that the corners are being whipped in and you see multiple players trying to attack the ball. I don't know why it sat with me like that, but I try to reflect, and I'm thinking back, like corners, Juve would win a corner, and I don't know, the stadium wouldn't even clap. Like no one would get excited because you knew it was going to be a crap ball. No one's going to attack it, or someone's going to send it over the bar, or barely win it, or, cause a foul. But now I feel like Yildiz is over. There's definitely two men on the corner, right? I noticed that a lot. Cambiaso and Yildiz go to the corner together, right? And based on how the defense sets up, I'm sure they're deciding how they're going to play that. But we're creating some confusion on corners. The way they're whipping the ball in, and people are attacking the ball at the front post, at the back post, at the top of the box, trying to win a second ball. Like this team, the timidity that has kind of been Juve for the past few years is starting to melt away. And I've got to give Spalletti a ton of credit for that, and the way that he's preparing these players, week in and week out, even with a packed schedule and rotating the players, between Champions League and what do we have, Atalanta coming up in Coppa, and a really rough February in the league. So it all points in a positive direction for sure.
Well said. Rav, I'm going to give you the mic. I think you have Spalletti's comments. Hold on. You got them ready?
Yeah.
Let's go.
So David is a strong player. He showed his ability to handle a physical duel. He won that duel. And inside the box, there's no space to attack, only space to take away. There are no moments of play, only instants of play. In those instants, you have to put all your strength into it. Tonight, he scored a striker's goal. He fought for a ball against a defender who had to either foul him or let him shoot. And then he also talked about new signings. So he said, a new signing up front, well, we need to find someone like Hjorland who can bring the ball down and play it for others. Those are the 100-meter runs. When you clean up the ball, then comes the build-up. Then he talked a little bit about McKennie. He said he's an extra forward. He's one of the best at playing as a centre forward. He has an incredible leap, jump. He takes space like no one else. He doesn't play to get sympathy. He plays to get praise. He doesn't say, oh, poor me, it went badly, but quite the opposite. So besides Openda and David, we also have him. And then he also said a little bit on Bremer. He said, I think the game was played consistently from start to finish. It stayed open because when you don't take your chances or the result doesn't make you completely safe, the unexpected or unpleasant can always happen. Bremer was excellent on Hjorland. And when you see in those one-on-one duels that the team locks onto their opponents and competes all over the pitch, then doing the covering work becomes difficult. So that's the first bit of his the post-match comments. I think he's going to give some more later, but that's just an idea. He's happy.
Rob, I'm looking at him as well, and that last comment about David. If I think I'm getting this right here. He's talking about we're happy with David, but he says McKennie is the perfect central striker. And it says he will show you. So Spalletti is seeing something there. I wonder for our boys, just to plug another one of our shows on The Scoop, we're going to start to hear a little more about McKennie's renewal. I'm sure Zach and Fred will have a lot to share. So anybody who likes to join us live or follow us after, check out the scoop to get more info on McKenny's comings and goings.
Good.
Can I ask you guys a quick
good
question?
segue. Sorry, Rob. Let me just plug a couple shows. Thank you, Jack. So Rob and I, we got Turin Giants After Hours, a show where we kick our feet up and have a little fun, interview a guest, talk about stuff that's maybe not super immediate. Also, we got the scoop. We got a couple questions here in the comments for Fred, but I don't think Frederick was in a position to discuss any incoming and outgoing transfers. But for sure, check out their show with Zach. Always a good inside scoop into transfer market. Also, check out this, I guess, our post game show. Thank you. Our Turin Giants collection of shows is growing. So thank you all for subscribing.
Yeah, don't forget check out It's Black and White as well, everyone.
It's Black and White. Oh, I knew I was forgetting something. I apologize. That's our debate show. Debate show about debates. They pick a topic. Zach picks a topic, and Frederick, and they go at it, as they call it. The gloves are off. All right, Rav.
Just a real quick question. Do you guys think that we need to sign another striker? Because this seems to be something that is dividing a lot of people. You might have already touched on it, but I just thought we'd go around quick and just see what you guys think.
Do we need a new striker?
No.
Not really.
It depends on outgoing, right? Milik gone, Vlahovic gone. If we do manage to somehow finagle some backdoor way to not sign Openda for whatever it is, 42 million, then I'd say yes. I don't know what's happening with him, but a new number 9, a new central striker. I mean, David's shown some of the qualities that we want, that Spalletti likes. I don't know that he has the size to win some of those head balls. Spalletti does like spraying the ball in the box sometimes, and we don't have a tall central striker. He seems to be working around it now, but I could see him wanting at least that option to play a big number 9 up top with maybe Yildiz and Miretti in behind or something like that.
Yeah, I would agree. Do we need one right this second? I'd say no.
That's more what I was going to say. But sorry.
No, you're absolutely Rough. You're absolutely fine. Right this second, no. I think we're okay. In summer, 100%. But it's a matter of obviously who goes out and who comes in. Who goes out that determines who comes in. So I mean, again, depending on what happens with Openda, I don't see him sticking around. Milik is definitely gone. Vlahovic seems like he's out the door. So, yeah, the guy is not dead.
Milik? No, I think so. Milik, he was a good man. He will be missed.
The Milkman. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens in June. But for January, I don't think so. Personally.
Well, we'll find out from the Scoop Boys. A couple other things here. David, I wrote down that he does have a better presence than a couple months ago on the field. Was this David's best goal in your opinion? I feel like this is what he was signed to do, right? He was. I
think so. Yeah, it was.
Presence was felt.
I like the one he scored. A couple of weeks back. I've already forgotten who it was against because it felt like it was the most Jonathan David goal that looked like the kind of goals that he scored at Lille. It was like, oh, okay, and it felt like, oh yeah, this is brilliant. This is what he does. He just gets in that position.
Rob, was that Sassuolo?
Goalkeeper of time. Yes, I think so. Yeah, it must have been because it just looked more like the kind of goals that I saw in all the highlight reels when I was watching him at Lille. I was like, oh yeah, this is the guy that scores 20 goals a season, and maybe this is what we're going to get. So.
Well, Sky is telling us we should send Openda back to Timo. That's not nice, but also true.
David's goal today, it's not easy to collect that ball either.
Yeah, it was a real striker's finish. It was a really good goal.
When you see Locatelli collect that ball and he's going in the other direction, it's very easy. I don't want to say he could check out, right? But you start turning your head to look for your run for the second ball, not the ball coming right back from Locatelli. But he stayed eyes on the ball, focused, and saw it come in, and he took it down off his chest. I thought that was brilliant, and it shows a level of focus and intent for him to want to score goals.
Yeah, agreed.
There's shouts to sign Lewandowski. I like it. I like it. And someone says no, thank you. All right, we'll talk about transfers a little later. Well,
Here, sign him the J Medical.
is he that old?
I don't know, 37, 38?
Yeah,
Oh,
I said,
man.
let it be up there now at this point. Maybe 5 years ago.
I would still take it.
All right, that's fair.
That's fair.
That's fair. That's fair.
The game's happening. I know Milan is playing Roma, which is a very important game for us to watch. I mean, it is going on live, so if you guys have any
Zeros right now. 5 minutes.
one of those games that we need both teams to lose, if that's possible. But you know what? Last week, with all the favorable draws, let's not gloss over the fact that we took advantage of the draws that were happening. Very important to not lose the points while your direct competitors are dropping points. So I love that. Sky is saying, I wish Roma wins, but that would mean that they would have 46 points and would still be with 42. I'd rather have them draw with 44 and then we'll have a chance, right? I mean, it's all about, right now, it's all about the numbers. Like I said, if we had Allegri right now, he would be talking math at the post conference.
How many points? He would know down to the point what we need to get third place.
Yeah, for sure. Rob, is there anything else on Spalletti's side? And not to put you on the spot here, but let's
give me two seconds. I'll take a quick look and see what else he said.
No problem. We'll go through let's see.
Yeah, Milan-Roma draw would definitely be ideal, obviously.
Yeah.
But you know,
someone says here, Mass Miv says, I'd rather sign a set piece coach. Yeah, Juve.
Yeah,
Juve historically is known for their strong free kick takers. Not anymore, boys. Sad.
Which team was it?
Oh, sorry, Zach. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say, which team was it? Was it Liverpool that signed a free throw coach, and it like led to like several goals being scored off of
free throw? You're talking basketball, buddy.
Yeah, I know. Inbound throws. Wow, what sport am I watching? They were a throwing coach. Didn't they sign a throwing coach, and it actually led to them like scoring goals?
Yeah,
throw-ins.
they did. That's right. Yeah.
I always thought this is such an underrated part of the game, and I love that we have McKennie who can lob them there. It's basically if you can get it into the box, it's like half a free kick.
Yes, coming from someone who can't throw in the ball worth a damn.
No, I love it.
Coming from me, like when you don't want me throwing the ball in when we're playing 7-a-side, you know what I mean? So it's like watching someone do it like McKennie do it. It's like, damn, that's impressive.
Mas Miv is saying Arsenal and Liverpool both signed throw-in coaches. Does EPL just print money?
I think that was actually a Jurgen Klopp idea. I think that was a
yes, that's right.
Thing.
Yeah. Well,
there are
maybe
before Rob goes into Spalletti comments. There are from Locatelli.
Let's do it.
Speaking to the zone after the game. Thanks for the compliments. The win is important. It's a beautiful thing, and today we deserved it. It makes us happy. Our identity is now more recognizable. Of course, victories help raise awareness. We're a good group of guys. I've always said that. We're really happy. Important for both standings and awareness. It must have been a question about his assist and some recent criticism. And he says, there's been a lot of talk about me. I've always been there playing and working. The team and club have always believed and made me feel it. I'm fine. I think I made a good assist. My teammates make fun of me because I always use back heels, but we need to keep going like this. That's such a Locatelli comment, but yeah.
That was a pretty good assist.
That was beautiful.
Let's not forget. That was a really good pass.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some comments from Turin, and it's really brief, but he just said it was an important win. We're playing better than in the first half of the season. Hope to keep it up. And then this is the interesting bit. Someone asked him, do you want to make a phone call to Benzema? And he said, no, he's doing well in Saudi Arabia, but if he wants to come here, we'd be happy. So who knows? Benzema? Yeah.
Damn, that's a name I haven't heard in a while.
Who randomly asks him, like, Yo, what about Benzema? It's like, who?
Wait, that was asked in an interview?
Yeah, it's always
Oh.
this guy. Every
It's like,
time.
what?
They need the
I
transfer.
not a big fan of Benzema, and even though he did represent Tupac in his Ballon d'Or winning.
I'd love to know who that came from, right? We win 3-0 against
Yeah.
Napoli at home to climb up to fourth place. And who's the reporter who asks Turan, like, what about Benzema?
What about Benzema? Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's take a look at the standings. So we have 22 games. Obviously, Roma and Milan are playing their 22nd game as we speak. Inter 52 points, Milan 46 points. Napoli is still in third with 43. Roma fourth position with 42 points, and Juventus 42 points as well. Look at Como, number 6 with 40 points. They are. I see a big future for.
And they scored 6
for Fabregas.
What a wild!
Yeah, they did.
That was 6-0.
I'm not gonna lie, it made me a little upset. It made me a little upset because I took a -1 on my sports book and should have hammered it. I only put 50 on it. I should have put it down for like 200 because it wasn't even close.
Be a little upset. Their goal difference is better than ours now, which means if they get close, because it's all coming down to goal difference in May.
Right.
Log jam at the top.
Let me ask y'all a big question. Are we really? Because I know Scudetto came up a couple of times here in the no, right? No. We're shaking our heads. I mean, it's great to be in contention with our top 3 and putting a little pressure on the big boys finally, but too soon.
It came up in a former pod. Like, what do we expect from this team? I think, as I said before, I think progress is important towards our goals. Our goals are another Scudetto. Our goals are being more competitive. In Europe, it just takes. I think we have to be patient. It takes some time to get there. But I'd love to be fighting for second or third place this year. I think, Inter, especially if Inter go out in the Champions League, I don't see them dropping that many points. If they go far in the Champions League, you never know. And I'm talking about the Scudetto, but not for us. I don't know that we're there yet. And I think we're looking in our rear view mirror too much to be looking at who's at the top of the table, right? That 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th place, even. There's gonna be a tight on points.
If somebody can find me a date of the game against Inter, which is going to be a very important game, obviously we'll bring you all the content from there.
That's the 15th of February, I think. That's what it's saying on SofaScore anyway. So after Valentine's Day.
What a beautiful.
Last year before that. Yeah.
Spend your Valentine's Day with a loved one, and then the next day maybe you'll earn yourself a 2 hours of bliss with the old lady. Zach, your thoughts on the Scudetto? Oh, is he there?
What?
Is he not?
I'm sorry.
Oh, your thoughts on
you cut out on me really quick. My bad.
Sorry, buddy. Scudetto talk. Is that too early? Too unrealistic?
Oh, yeah, completely. Look, it's tight, and you know what? All things considered, I don't mind that Serie A is more competitive. In fact, I want it to be more competitive. But it's tight, and there are a lot of good teams in the league right now, and that's good. That's good, but generally speaking, but Juve are not there yet. I have a friend of mine who we talk couch all the time, and it's like, where are we gonna be in a year or two? We'll see. But I like the progress we are making. I mean, again, we have, between how I felt at the very beginning of the season to now, has been, I'm so much more optimistic about where we're moving. We're moving in the right direction. So we just got to keep that trajectory. Obviously top 4 is the priority. I think we can finish 3 or 4, like 3, maybe even 2 if people take points off one another, but I don't think we're winning.
Yeah. Too early, but next year everything keeps going and we're stable. There's great potential.
I think the next 6 weeks tells us a lot, right? Between now and the end of February, we're going to be. We have Monaco and then 2 potential playoff games in the Champions League, and then I think mixed in here we've got like Roma, Milan, Inter, we have Atalanta in the Copa. Right? If we're still in the mix there, and other teams have taken points off of one another, we could be sitting with a chance to finish second or third, which I think would be progress for the year. I agree, Zach.
Oh, definitely.
Well, Sky says that we still have a chance, but it's not easy. No, definitely, it's that GIF from Dumb and Dumber. Are you telling me there's a chance? Of course, there's a chance. I mean, if Inter completely nosedive and we take advantage, there's definitely a chance, but it's going to be a pretty peculiar situation.
Farhad, do I see
I
a
will never say
soundbite coming soon?
Oh, I'm sorry, Jack.
I said, Farhad, do I hear a new soundbite drop coming soon? So you're telling me there's a chance?
Hey, yeah,
Oh, there's a chance. No, I've seen. I mean, with sports, I mean, that's the incredible thing about sports. I've seen unbelievable, like remarkable things happen that no one would have ever thought would happen. But
you're also a Knicks fan and a Baltimore Ravens fan.
Yeah. All right. Listen. All right.
Oh man, it's rough.
Listen.
I was going to say. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Zach.
Oh no, you're all right, Rob. I've seen a lot of pain in my time as a sports fan, but I've also seen some remarkable things. I will never say never, unless we were literally like in a relegation battle. Then I'd probably say never. Pray we never ever get there. But no, there's a very outside chance that it would take remarkable circumstances for us to even get there. But if it were to get there, I wouldn't necessarily be like, how could this happen? I'd just be like, S happens, dog. Sports are crazy.
Yeah. S happens, dog, indeed. Rav, if we take the Scudetto, Rav does a face reveal. How about that?
Oh boy.
I'm in.
The international man of mystery.
We have it on record.
I was going to say, do you remember that film Moneyball? And there's a scene at the end where Billy Bean is talking about the Oakland A's and how can you not be romantic about baseball? And that, when I remember seeing that and just thinking that is exactly how I feel about football. It's always the romantic side, like the reality and the points tallying and being pragmatic. I can do all that in real life. I can do that at work. When I watch football, I want to be in love. I want to feel the romance. And we all remember what happened on the 5th of May, 2002, when we were many, many points behind. And then
iconic.
All these games happening the same day. And so as long as there's a chance, there's a chance. Yeah, there you go. There's a chance. There's a chance.
Rav, sorry I forgot to mention your awesome website, juvenewslive.com. Boys and girls, please set it in your favorites folder. I go there every day. Rav does an amazing job. Great layout. I have a real beef with websites that are too cluttered, and I love your website, your content. And as always, if you guys listening want to get into journalism, he does famously pay $100,000 plus dental to be a writer on the website. So, right. Somebody actually asked me that. I will never forget how this person was. Oh, someone asked you. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Sent me an email. He's like, how much you guys pay on?
Oh man,
it's me by myself.
Yeah, help a brother out. juvenewslive.com is awesome. All right, boys. What do we say? Any last words? We're coming up on our hour here. Thanks to everyone who's participating in the chat here. Anything new? Next game is a nice little. Oh no, not a nice little break. In 3 days we play Monaco in France. Also, big game in the Champions League. Maybe they'll take this positivity and continue a good, maybe even a clean sheet run.
That matters, right? Those 16 spots in the middle there, the way that they are allocated for the playoffs, right? That the top 8 in that stretch there of 16 teams play the bottom 8, and right now in that top 8, you've got like Barcelona sitting in there. I think Chelsea might have been 9th. Yeah. Or maybe Man City was in 9th or 10th right there. So it matters. We don't want to drop any further down in that table. A win would be fantastic because it gives us that random outside chance to make the top 8. I don't think that'll happen, but I think a win guarantees us sort of the preferred seeding in the playoffs, and we get a favorable matchup. I know that means shit to this team sometimes because we've gone out to the likes of Porto and Lyon and what would be smaller teams.
Villarreal and Ajax. Just keep
Maccabi
you can keep
Haifa.
naming them.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
but I think it does matter for momentum, for team spirit, unity, continuity, and especially those playoff games in February, are going to interrupt some difficult matches in Serie A and the Coppa Italia. So having a favorable matchup is definitely an advantage we want to lean to.
For
Absolutely.
sure. The rumor around the comment section is Rav is keeping his face secret because he's the one who invented Bitcoin. I love that. we should we should start a segment. Why is Rav a secret? He's like the guy from Fight Club. I heard he was born in the insane asylum. Boys, I think we did well. While the crew is partying, we were able to get a podcast.
Do we need a big testicles, or we all agree it's the same person?
Oh well, let's go around the room and
He has a very big testicles.
player of the match. Go.
Rob can kick us off talking a little bit more about Loca, right? I think he had even more to say, but I know he's your man.
Well,
I didn't want to steal yours, so I'm just giving him.
No, I won't go on too much, but yeah, like I said, I think I've been so harsh on him, and seeing him in the last couple of weeks, it's just a joy to watch a midfielder that can control the game so well, and the tandem that he has with Turam, just incredible understanding. They're just playing so well together. So yeah, man of the match for me, 100%. So good.
Hold on, Alessandro Del Piero. Zaki, who's your guy?
Ooh, for me, it's Thuram. Locatelli's obviously a great shout. I think Locatelli did a tremendous job spraying passes and making tackles, great tackles. I got that assist, which was excellent. Thuram's runs were fantastic, and his passing was excellent. Really opened up some space and carved up Napoli in ways that were great. I loved what I was seeing. For me, it's Thuram. I think he just had an excellent game today.
Love it, Jackie.
Zach, I got to agree, but just for the sake of argument, I will actually just to throw my bone in there, because I was going to say Thuram as well. Most passes he's ever completed in the opposition half since he signed for Juve.
Beautiful. Yeah, and it showed for sure.
For sure. But I'll go Jonathan David just for some of the things I said before. Hold up play, the focus it took to bring that ball down and score that goal. And I thought he linked up well, even with Conceição on occasion. Him up there with McKennie, right? He had a couple good exchanges with McKennie. I think he was crucial, not only for his goal today, but for his team play.
Speaking of Conceição, would that be a disappointing of the game for you guys? Flop of the match? He's not showing all.
Do you want me to read you what my note on Chico was for the game, even though I didn't
Please
bring it
do.
up?
Please do.
Chico, I'll cut the cursing out. Chico doesn't understand moments in the game. He only has one speed, and he uses it to try the same 2 or 3 things over and over again. He's literally the definition of stupidity.
Yeah.
It's really harsh. I was having a moment, but
No,
Right.
Man.
I get where you're coming from, though, Jack, for sure.
Jack was going through it.
it must have been 1-0, right? And he was giving the ball away. I don't remember the moment. I didn't put the minute down.
Yeah, I mean, going down on the ground too easily. He's a smaller guy. You will suffer.
He missed the back.
Yeah.
I did that. I think he missed the back post run. Right. So I remember a ball coming through the middle. David went past David, and Chico was maybe 2 or 3 steps into the box, and he's the dead stop. Right. If he finishes that run, he's on the back post.
Yeah.
If I'm
Chico was unlucky to have that ball cleared off the line.
for sure.
So that was a good run. I'm with you though, Jack.
He has qualities for sure, but he just frustrates me. He's one of those players you love to hate, sort of.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I got you.
Movement on the pitch sometimes.
Well, Mitch is saying here, Farhad, Chico worked his ass off. He was unlucky on the sitter. He wasn't that bad. I'm not saying he was terrible. I'm just saying
No, terrible.
we're finally discussing players in a sense where, hey, we have like 4 different men of the match. So comparing to the amazing performance, who was obviously Cambiaso was maybe a flop of the match, but I'm kind of becoming a little disappointed in Chico. But it's not
Surprisingly, I think the score has Bremer as the lowest rated, not even Cambiaso.
Yeah, I thought that was weird. But my man of the match would be. I went from what is Thuram doing to when he's on the field. He's one of those guys that I watch with extra attention. I do love what he does. Do love the runs down the middle. He's strong. There's definitely room to grow. And speaking of Thuram's, what is an Inter playing doing in our stands in the VIP section?
It's only because his father is a legend. Like,
I don't care.
Dude. Listen,
No,
I
agree.
think Lilian has earned the opportunity to bring his Inter son to the stadium.
Yeah, disgusting.
Service so.
Let's,
maybe-
Sure.
let's just sign Marcus and get it over with.
Oh, that would be lovely. But
Jesus,
yeah,
that's awesome.
Lilian dressed up as a detective from the 40s again with the aura.
I love it. I love it. It suits him so much.
His style is amazing with a hat that goes a little forward. He looks like I'm gonna regret this. I forget. You know who's the policeman from the old show, the one that used to talk like this. Never mind.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking
The
about.
trench coat.
They all went trench coats. He does look like a detective that would disappear into the fog, smoking a cigarette.
Who has fantastic
Yeah, right.
scenes.
Columbo, nice. Yeah.
No, not okay.
Yeah, you're thinking earlier than Columbo. We're thinking like 40s era, like
You go like Dick Tracy.
No,
yeah.
no. Hey, I guess you
someone
can- I
like
guess-
Dick Tracy, right? Like one of those fast talking guys like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's
Freddy Scoop.
incredible.
Freddy Scoop. See. Anyways, boys, thank you all. Definitely. I took a day off for this, and I'm so glad I did.
Hell yeah.
I may lose my job, but it was so worth it. 3-0 Juventus-Napoli. Great win. Thank you all for joining us in the chat here. Thank you all for listening in your car, at the gym, grocery shopping. Don't know what you're doing while listening to this. By the way, I would love to know if you guys can drop us a comment on Spotify. Spotify has comments, by the way, as does YouTube. So we love getting your comments and your replies. So continue doing that. Man of Mystery, Rav, Zaki, we need to have you on more, man. What the hell?
Hey, you
Come on,
guys are
buddy.
always recording when I'm stuck at work. I hate
I
it.
know, Mr. 9 to 5. Jack, always appreciate you, buddy. Somebody said you look like a fitness coach. You look like Coach Beard from Ted Lasso.
That's funny. I got that the other day at the grocery store.
Look at him. Look at him.
Everybody hates. I'm growing the beard out. Everybody hates it. So I'm.
Listen,
I think it looks.
Grow it.
I think it looks incredible.
Yeah,
Keep
thanks.
growing. You know,
Love it.
Absolutely.
Everybody commenting. Thank you.
Maybe I just want to throw it out there. Maybe the four of us on the screen need to give the three who are in Torino a little FOMO by taking a trip ourselves someday in the future. Just throwing it
Listen,
out.
man.
that.
Oh, yeah.
My
The
God.
the pilgrimage. Tough word. The pilgrimage must happen.
Yes.
We must collect. I mean, let's do it next year. I'm so down. Somewhere in spring, where the Serie A. Hopefully, we're still in Champions League. When that heats up, we
April.
should
Great time.
totally. We went there in May, but I don't know if Juve will be in the Champions League in May. But that's a sweet spot to go. We should definitely do that. And Rav, our plan. I've known Rav for damn near 10 years, and our plan has always been Juve wins the Champions League, whatever the city that they win the Champions League in. If it has a fountain, we're getting that fountain and getting drunk and doing all this stuff to celebrate.
Big time.
I'll be right there.
Big
with
time.
you. 10,000%.
I hope so. Let me find the tune for the outro. Boys and girls, thank you all. As always, check on your friends. Stay hydrated and Forza Juve.
What's the Juve?
Parte del Piero, rete del Piero.
Pallone con i contadini per Nedved, Pirlo, la conclusione in rete. Andrea Pirlo, un gol pazzesco. Del Piero, gol!
Pogba fa esplodere lo Juventus